Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Simons, a cognitive behavioral therapist and course creator. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a few tips on getting the most out of therapy. Number one, you want to find a fit. And therapists are real people, right? We have different personalities, different trainings, different philosophies of life and approaches and styles and all those variables. And not everyone is going to be a fit for you. So give yourself permission to interview different therapists, meet people, or talk with them on the phone, and get a sense of whether this is somebody that you can really feel comfortable with, that you feel confident in, that can help you. Number two is be prepared to work outside of sessions. And so historically, therapy conjured up these images of someone laying on a couch and, just looking up at a ceiling and just talking, free associating. And it's because that's what therapy was. It was psychoanalysis, and that's what they did for many years. But there's been a lot of research that, in fact, that's not especially helpful. So, the kind of work that I do as a cognitive behavioral therapist relies a lot on um, clients engaging in their own self help practice outside of sessions. I see this as a way of helping them to build skill by managing their mind and getting authority and agency over their emotional life. And that requires quite a bit of work outside of sessions. Now, not all therapists require this, so you do want to keep that in mind. If you're looking for a therapist who is very collaborative and that involves you in the process, where you're not a passive recipient or that sort of thing, then you want to kind of have a sense of that. But again, the work I do involves people, I give them a lot of self-help therapy, which can come in the form of reading or writing or doing experimenting in their own lives, and us being able to talk about that and offer guidance and make adjustments along those lines. So, number three, you don't want to hold back. This is a one-sided relationship. You are not responsible for your therapist's feelings and thoughts, and you don't want to be kind of a perception manager of your therapist. That this is really your time, your investment. So you want to be willing to really share with your therapist, to really tell them what's really going on for you and be as authentic as possible, which goes back to number one, which is that you want to feel comfortable in that relationship. You want to feel like there's a lot of trust and rapport and emotional safety happening there. The next one is to clarify goals. Again, I think a lot of therapy, again, I'm speaking for myself as somewhat distinctive from other therapies, but so let me go back for a second. Not all therapy involves goals. Um, I personally have found that that's not necessarily in the client's best interest, is when therapy has no clear identified goals, and that it's a matter of coming in and just sharing week to week. I have found, and there's actually quite a bit of evidence that clarifying goals and having a treatment agenda is really important to be able to make progress and to get what you want out of the process. So even if your therapist, let's say, is not emphasizing that, you absolutely can say to your therapist, I'd really like for us to clarify goals together. And I can't imagine a therapist saying, I don't want to clarify goals. I'm sure that they would be more than agreeable and interested in doing that along with you, so that there's a sense of this is what we're working on and this is what we're working toward. And that is something that I use, well, all the time. I mean, I don't work with people where we don't have clear goals, because I don't think it's really clinically appropriate to work with someone unless we have goals that we're really working toward. So the last one is that if it's not helping, do something. So if you're seeing a therapist for several weeks and you're feeling like this is not actually helping, it's not moving in the direction that feels helpful, or you're not making the kind of progress that you would be hoping for, you want to bring that up with your therapist, because again, this is an investment in your emotional health, and it's important for your therapist to know. Therapists can't read minds. We're not mind readers. And it's important for you to be willing to say, what we're doing here together doesn't seem to be working. So that's a few tips for you to get the most out of your therapy. The therapy process can be such a life-changing process, and I would offer that you are the change agent of this process. So really consider that you have a responsibility to yourself to really find the right therapist, show up in a way where you can be authentic, be able to be honest with your therapist, set those goals, ask your therapist about engaging in the process outside of sessions if that's not part of their practice and that's something you actually want to do. And if it's not helping, then be sure that you say something to your therapist. All right. That's what I have for you today. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.